Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Ayanat. Today is 23rd of June 2025, and I'll be presenting on one of the most influential leaders in Canadian history, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, the 15th Prime Minister of Canada. This presentation will explore his early life, rise to power, major accomplishments, leadership style, and the controversies that shaped his legacy. Hope you'll enjoy this presentation. First, I want to start with the agenda. Today we will explore his early life and education, rise to power and Trudeau-mania, his key achievements, leadership style, controversies and criticism, Prime Minister trading cards, and the conclusion. Pierre Trudeau was born in 1919 in Montreal, Quebec. He grew up in a bilingual middle-class family and received an elite education. He studied political science and law at the University of Montreal, Harvard University, and later the Sorbonne in Paris. These experiences shaped his worldview, especially his ideas for federalism, civil liberties, and Canada's identity. His early academic success and global education helped build the foundation for his future political vision and intellectual leadership. Trudeau entered the Canadian politics in 1960s, joining the Liberal Party. He quickly gained attention for his modern views and bold personality. In 1968, he became Prime Minister, and what followed was a wave of excitement across the country, known as Trudeau-mania. Young people especially adored him. He was charming, fashionable, and confident, something new in Canadian politics. He became a pop culture icon, and like any leader before him, often compared to celebrities more than politicians. Trudeau's time in office brought many important changes. One of his greatest achievements was patriating the Canadian Constitution in 1982, bringing full constitutional independence from Britain. With that came the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which protects the rights of all Canadians to this day. He also promoted official bilingualism and multiculturalism, helping shape Canada's diverse identity. However, he made bold decisions in thought times. In 1970, he invoked the War Measures Act during the October crisis, giving the government special powers to deal with a national security threat. He also introduced the National Energy Program, which aimed to protect Canadian oil interests but sparked backlash in the West. Trudeau was known for his bold intellectual and unapologetic leadership style. He had a strong vision for Canada and didn't hesitate to act decisively, even under pressure. During the October crisis, when asked how far he would go to stop the FLQ, he famously responded, "Just watch me." His legacy is complex but powerful. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms still impacts legal decisions today. He redefined what it meant to be Canadian and helped modernize the country politically, socially, and culturally. Talking about his controversies and criticism. Of course, Trudeau's leadership was not without controversy. His use of the War Measures Act was criticized by many and extreme, with fears of government overreach. His national energy program injured western provinces, especially Alberta, and caused lasting tension between regions. Some critics also felt that he focused more on image than on long-term economic planning. Nevertheless, even his critics often admit he was a transformative leader who reshaped Canada's political landscape. Now, I'd like to show you the trading cards I created for Canada's 15th Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau. I'll start by showing you both sides of the card. This is the front of the card. I chose strong red background to represent the Canadian flag and national pride. The color also reflects the Liberal Party which Trudeau led. His bold black and white photo emphasizes his confidence and iconic style. I gave him 5 stars for speech power because his memorable public speaking moments, including the famous "Just watch me" quote during the October crisis in 1970. His intellect and diplomacy also received high rankings based on his global education and complex leadership decisions. I added the years he served as Prime Minister from 1968 to 1979 and again from 1980 to 1984 and clearly marked him as Prime Minister number 15. Now I'll show you the other side of the card. On the back of the trading card I included a concise yet meaningful biography of Pierre Elliott Trudeau to highlight his remarkable contributions to Canadian history. I emphasized his prestigious education at Harvard University and the Sorbonne in Paris, institutions that shaped his intellectual foundations and global perspective. Trudeau became widely known for his intelligence, charisma, and bold leadership, emerging as a symbol of modern, progressive governance in Canada. His commitment to national unity was evident through his promotion of bilingualism and strong federalism, as well as his pivotal role in treating the Canadian Constitution and introducing the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982, a lasting legacy that continues to shape Canadian law and identity today. The inclusion of his quote, "Just watch me," taken from the October crisis of 1970, encapsulates his confidence and decisive leadership during a time of national unrest. I also featured a red map of Canada to represent both national unity and Trudeau's vision of a connected, passive country. In the background, I subtly incorporated the Canadian coat of arms to reinforce the official and historical significance of his role as Prime Minister. Finally, his signature in the bold number 15 served as a tribute to his legacy as Canada's 15th Prime Minister, marking his enduring impact on the nation's political and cultural identity. To conclude, Pierre Elliott Trudeau was far more than just a politician. He was a visionary who redefined Canada's identity, both at home and on the world stage. From his groundbreaking role in patriating the Constitution and creating the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, to his fearless leadership during times of national crisis, Trudeau left a legacy that still shapes our lives today. He was born intellectual and unapologetically unique. While his decision sparked both admiration and controversy, there is no doubt that he helped build the foundation of modern Canada, one rooted in multiculturalism, bilingualism, and strong civil rights. Creating this trading card allowed me to reflect not only on his major achievements, but also on the personality and values that made him such an iconic figure. Through design and research, I've come to understand why Pierre Elliott Trudeau continues to be remembered as one of Canada's most influential prime ministers. Here are the sources. And thank you for your attention. Hope you enjoyed this presentation.